Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Daneesha. I am the creator and founder of Starseed Mariposa. I am an intuitive energy reader and worker and also a breathwork facilitator. And I'm going to bring through a collective tarot message today for the collective who may need to receive this message. As always though, if this is for you, you'll know because you'll simply use your intuition and your discernment to take away what will actually be benefiting you from this message, because I only want to bring through assistance and support for those who are open-minded and ready to receive. As we know, that is the best way to be able to assist people with these types of messages. So let's just see what wants to come out for today's message. I've already got 2 cards that have come out. Let's see what else wants to come on out today for this collective YouTube message. Yes, so that, I can just be the bringer of messengers that I am, Anyhow. Whoa! Okay, you know what? I know exactly what we're doing. We're going to take the one that flipped out and then the one that was at the bottom of the pile that just flipped out. So we're going with those 4 cards. Yes, I love it. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? I want to hold that. Yeah, okay. This is your pull for today. We have the Hanged Man. Nope, sorry, my bad. I mean, we do, but on the other side, I was getting confused there. We have the Magician, the Ace of Swords. Sorry, I'm delayed, okay? I'm very delayed sometimes. We then have the Hanged Man. There we go. It's there. I told you. And the Death card. God damn, that is something, isn't it? Okay, well, we're going to get into these 2 first because I feel like this is where we want to start the message with. Okay, the Magician and the Ace of Swords. It really feels like you're in this position of, I feel like I want to say, you're understanding what it is that you can use to be the literal magic in your life to actually bring through things you've wanted to create. Okay, now, when I say magic, I mean what you do that is natural to you, okay? And that is your gift that you actually don't need to, I guess, be taught how to do or be kind of like, I guess, it's not ever been something that you've had to force. This is your natural gifts and your abilities that actually just have always been there, right? And maybe you've had to work on them, but it doesn't mean that you had to necessarily be taught these things. You just naturally have this within you. And this is where it's saying that these natural abilities, these natural gifts that you have, you are in a position to start using them in a way that you are getting clear of how that can actually benefit you in your best interest. Yeah? This is like transformative energy, and it makes sense why the Death card is here, because this is transformative energy of you understanding that you have power in what it is that you can actually bring through what it is that you do, no matter whether that's art, whether that's building things that could just be like architecture. It really isn't such a massive thing about what it is that you do. It's the fact that it flows through you because it's naturally a part of who you are. Okay, and that, you'll know, obviously, you'll know what that is for you, and you'll take that on as you need to. But it's a sense of understanding that the more that you actually use these natural gifts and abilities to support what it is that you want to bring through, and you understand how to get clear on, it's like this sense of having this amazing toolkit, right? Like you have this toolbox just available to you, right? And I love that because this is a sense of like going into the, I guess, imagery of traditional tarot where the magician card has the table and it has like the different tools like the wands and cups and whatnot on the table. It's this sense of you have all these tools on the table, right? But you need to learn how to use them in the right way for what it is you actually want to achieve. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think yes. Because you're in a position, right, where the Ace of Swords is like this energy. Sorry, that didn't even want to like even at all. But yeah, Ace of Swords, you're kind of like sussing out what's going to happen with these gifts, what you're going to use them as, and how you're going to make it work for you instead of against you, in the sense that you know how to make them. It's kind of like, I want to use a more trendy word, but it doesn't feel right. It's this sense of using your gifts to actually be put to use in a better way. And this is my point. It may not be that you're not already using your gifts, it's that you are maximizing what your gifts can do for you. So the potential of what you already have is there, right? But there's a sense of giving it more attention and then giving it more direction. And that's that clarity in the Ace of Swords, right? Like, I don't know why I have so go-go energy. Like, this energy is go-go-go. It's like so like coming at you right now. So don't mind me just going full throttle with this information. Just feels it's like it feels like the energy of this reading. But you're in a position where you're starting to understand that if you can align yourself with what it is that you naturally have within you and put that into a direction, into a specific thing you want to create and build for yourself or for a community or for whatever it is that you want to do with it, this is the time to get so clear about how you're going to go about that. It doesn't mean you have to get hooked on expectations of how it needs to look. Remember, don't get hooked on expectations. It only causes disappointment. It's about trusting that you have this power, the sword, this ability to cut through the things that don't need to be a part of what you're building, and only using the things that have potential to grow. That is what I feel the most from this energy, right? Like, you actually understanding the potential, like the full potential of what you can produce through what it is that you actually want to use your gifts as, however that be, artwork, teacher, guide, mentor, influencer, whatever it is. It's like this sense of just putting it into better use. I think that was the way that they, like, the energies coming through summed up, understanding that your gifts are great, but when you maximize the potential of what they have, you start to reap the rewards of what it can help you gain from it, right? And it's not to say that you want to overwork yourself or you want to overkill like the sense of passion you have. It's giving it more ability to grow. That's what I'm getting from that, okay? And so we're going to move into the next two cards, which is the Hangman and the Death card. I feel like this is a very interesting pull after this, energy that we just went through. This is this sense of building what you need to build whilst time is kind of passing, but let's be honest, time isn't really linear. I mean, sorry, we experience time as linear, but time isn't actually a thing. It's, what we just experience while we're here. Anyhow, let's get in a bit, matrixy, but this is about the sense of knowing that, yes, it may feel like things are not going anywhere. It may feel like things are not moving. It may feel like things are dragging, right? Okay. And yes, the Hangman energy is very much that. Okay. She's just chilling on that tree, like, I ain't going anywhere. I am very much just here and I'm just going to chill here. Okay. That is fine. But also remember that sometimes when you think you are doing nothing, you are actually doing a lot. And this is the sense of getting that wasn't the card I was meant to pick up. I was meant to pick up the other one. But this is a sense of getting clear. Getting clear about your magic. Oh, I made that work. Getting clear about your magic and how you want that to look. Yeah? This is a sense of knowing that the more that you trust in the like, I want to call them sacred pauses. Oh, I love that. Sacred pauses. I mean, I'm sure that's been named before, but I like it so much. Because you are going through a rebirth, queen, king, whoever it is that's listening to this reading. You are quite literally in a position of understanding that a lot of the things that you may have been doing or maybe not even, I feel like there's a sense of in this death energy that you weren't even using your gifts in the past, or you were using them in a way that wasn't actually the best, like, way to, okay, sorry, like my brain's fluffering right now. Let me rephrase that. You may have been using your gifts, but it may not have been to the best potential of what it could be, for you and your path and journey. So this is where it's saying, like, yes, you may feel like nothing's changing yet, but the time that you have been taking to get realigned with how you want to produce certain things in your life through your gifts, through your talents and your abilities is going to help you move on from how you used to be, how you used to show up, how you used to use your gifts potentially, or ignoring them. It's kind of this sense of just not, they just weren't being used to the capacity they could have been. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. But it's why you needed to accept that this was going to need patience and require patience when things are shifting. And the death cycle is pretty intense, okay? So this is where it's saying, just be patient. Just remember that you are going through a massive transition of releasing and removing certain stories, certain patterns, certain ways of being that haven't served you and your magic and your gifts and your abilities that you could actually be using in a better way, right? That's exactly what I am getting from this. It's knowing how to use your magic, because you're about to enter a whole new cycle with this death energy where you are going to need to use it to the best capacity. And it's kind of this preparation period, right? Like you've been preparing to, I guess, really. It's funny because there's words that I get, but they're not the words that feel like fully aligned. Like what I got through was like this sense of exposing your gifts, but I don't want to call it exposing, right? Because I feel like your gifts were always there. They were prevalent. They were there, but it was this sense of like you're now that's the word, revealing. I like that. That's more positive to me. You're revealing your gifts and truth and who you are, and that death cycle has been quite, 11:33 as I'm saying this on the timer. You've had to realign to certain things to make the decisions to go where you needed to go, which has put you in a position of kind of like stagnation. But it's once again that sacred pause for the death cycle, so that you could actually like understand that even though there were things that were being kind of removed from your experience, removed from your life, it was for the better. It was because you needed that room for the things that you were going to create with your magic, right? Your magic that you are now getting really, really aligned with, and how to use it so it can actually benefit you in a more, just a more supportive way for what it is that you want to build and create. Like this is just beautiful energy saying that you are so ready to explore what it is that you have been, I feel like, hiding, but also just not knowing how precious it was. It's like this diamond that was in the rough and you just didn't know it was a diamond. And so you'd been treating it like a rock, but really it was this diamond this whole time. And you're now realizing, shit, like I need to use this in a way to recognize the worth and the true worth of it, right? And that's you. Like you're recognizing your own worth through the gifts that you have. You have a beautiful gift to add to this world, whether that's just your energy, who you are, how you show up, or what it is that you actually can create and produce with what you have physically. No matter what that is, it's about getting in tune with exactly how you want that to actually come through 1313 as I'm like saying this, because it's that 1 and 3 energy, like numerologically. It's that energy of new beginnings, but you also got to make the right aligned action. And when I say right, I mean like just right for you, however it feels best for you. When you know it feels right for you, you just know that aligned action will then support you in taking the right steps after you've fully integrated what you have had to release and remove from your experience to give you that room to actually go forward in the way that you want to go. Okay. And this is where it gets tricky sometimes, because you feel like nothing is happening from all the things you've been doing, but it's because you're changing directions. And when you're changing directions, it's kind of like a rerouting, when your GPS is rerouting and you're like got to wait for it to reroute and you're like, God, what is going on? You're rerouting, honey. You're all good. You're on track. Like you are doing everything you kind of need to be doing right now. You just need to focus on making sure that when it's time, you're going to get so clear about how you're going to use your gifts in the way that it's going to actually help you rise in a way that you may have not even thought you could do or become, but you are empowering yourself. So the more that you actually are willing to lean into this kind of, release and new beginnings, that is when you acknowledge why you had to let go of so much, because you had to make room for the capacity of what is coming in next. Yes? Yes. Okay. So that is your reading today, my beautiful tarot YouTube collective. I mean, energy reading collective in general. This is just energy readings. It doesn't always have to be tarot. I was actually going to pull an oracle card. You know what? We're going to pull an oracle card just because I actually said I wanted to and I forgot and my memory just, came back. So let's pull an oracle card to see what it is that you may need to hear right now that could help. And I feel like it's just an extra message of support to give you that inner, I guess, just that inner motivation to keep progressing through what it is that you are moving through. So let's see. I love how I said I was going to end the reading. Haha, I got you. Jokes. Let's see what the oracle message wants to be for today. We have Dharma Wheel, karmic lessons, peer pressure, moral codes. Yes, okay. So this feels like this energy, right, of you understanding, mind you, it's the card 11. Didn't I say 1133 before? I think I did. It looks so beautiful. But anyway, this is about understanding that a lot of the things that needed to be balanced out were being balanced out through the death cycle, right? So this death and rebirth is a sense of understanding that a lot of the karma that you may have had that you were needing to clear through actually was being cleared through a lot of the things you were letting go of, right? Like what you needed to understand was that you needed to get more into alignment with who you really are. 1616 may be another numerological number that could be relevant. But anyway, you are aligning with what is actually in your dharma. And I mean that being, if you don't know the difference, karma is things that are not so positive that you need to balance, whereas dharma is when you receive things that, kind of are deserving and that you're owed, but in good deeds, So your dharma is literally coming through the more that you release what it is that doesn't serve you. So recognize the things that you need to release, give them space to move and just simply be what they need to be so they can just, have their cycle and be integrated so that you can actually acknowledge that you have so much that you are about to bring through. And it is going to be, I just can feel it. Like you have so much potential that is just brewing right now. And that Hanged Man energy, I know it can be tricky. I know it can be a lot. 1717. I'm sorry, I'm going now. Numbers now. It's just every time I look, it's just, it's double digits. But anyway, that's all I'm trying to say, that you are in a very, very good position of just needing to allow, right? And trusting. That Hanged Man energy just keeps coming back. That is such a big trust card. Like, it's about you sitting with this ability to know that it will work out. Okay, it will all unfold how it needs to, and the death can get really, really, really scary because you're like, so much is just being pushed away or being, altered. But know that is for your best and that it will help you in ways you just will have to wait to see why it had to happen that way. Okay, but that is your reading. I am so, so grateful that I can show up for those who this may be for, and so that it can be received by those who are open and willing to receive from all the messages and things that I bring through, however it resonates for you. But it is my absolute pleasure and gift to be able to show up as my true authentic self with the messages that I can intuitively allow through my channel and vessel. And if this resonated for you, I am so grateful. As always, have an amazing rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you're from. And I will catch you in the next one. Lots of love. Mwah.